Good morning, folks. As you guys know, we sold the Hellcat. Unfortunate, I know, it was an awesome daily driver. It was probably the best daily driver, except for in the wintertime. But you guys have also known that I've always wanted an R8. Unfortunately, that is not in the cards today. But an R8 is an Audi. An Audi is basically VW, right? So what's the next best thing to an R8? It's got to be VW. And that's why we got this thing. Would you just look at it? Just look at it. It's perfect. As you can see, we'd be sitting on 20s over here, and nothing screams I love MILFs more than painted hubcaps. I mean rims, painted rims. One downside of this thing is it is a two-door car, and that means there's no four doors for more horse, but you know, you can manage, you can pull the seat forward and stuff. There's a little bit of room in the back there. And you may be thinking to yourself, is this performance? Well, let me tell you something. Carbon fiber is light, but you know what's lighter than carbon fiber? Air. And do you know how to get air? Rust. Well, when rust falls out, it turns to air. And you know what's lighter than carbon fiber? Air. Future air hole, future air hole, future air hole. Each one of these hunting stickers, you know what it means? It means I know how to hunt, or the guy before me knew how to hunt. And you know what that means? It means we can provide for our families by hunting food in the wilderness when the zombie apocalypse happens. And you know what that means? MILFs. MILFs. MILFs love hunters. The hood doesn't really open here, but the hood doesn't open. Maybe they did that on purpose so we couldn't open it and check the check engine light. It may not be leather inside, but it is duct tape, which is almost just as good because duct tape is thing resistant as well. If we start it up, you will notice it has acquired some sort of check engine light flashing, which means there's a problem with the engine there. And I tried to check the engine to see if it's still there, but the hood won't open, so I don't know if it's there or not. I think the only true test to a car's capabilities, and I think this should be standard for all cars in their brochure, is if you can fit a body in the trunk or not. And if you can't fit a body in here, it should come with a hacksaw. I got bad knees, man. You would kind of fit. I feel like if you knocked me out first, I could fit, and I didn't have to feel my knee pain. You know what would be second best to fitting a body in here? My cooler cart. Nope, it's basically garbage. We bought the wrong car, guys. And this just shows you an R8 is the wrong car. I mean, a Beetle is the wrong car. Also, there's no better invite to a MILF than saying, bring your CDs. I got a 6-disc CD changer in my car. Pop those suckers in there and you guys are hand jobbing for miles. Still having troubles getting the hood open though. Is it a two-man job maybe? I think Volkswagen did that on purpose because it's like a service-free car. You don't have to do anything to it. Looks like a lot of plastic to me. 2.0 just means it's the second version of this engine because the first version wasn't very good and they were like, the 2.0 version is definitely better. That's why it says 2.0 right there. And now you always want to keep your code reader in your pocket for situations like this when you need to check why it's misfiring. I'm not gonna lie, I got this from Canadian Speed and Sport like 14 years ago. That's Canadian Tire for you guys not in Canada. And yeah, it works sometimes. P0304, I believe that's cylinder 4 misfire. What's next? 0230. I already knew it was misfire and I'm better than you. Smarter than you are. Cylinder 4 misfire detected. Fuel pump circulation malfunction. The man who sold it to us told that one. He said there was like a 4-pin fuel pump in a 5-pin car or something like that. You don't even need the last pin. It doesn't even do anything. Take your word for it, man. We're more than good looking. We can turn a wrench around here. We just got to figure out where the spark plug is at and which. Yep. So this should be number 4 right here. Let's just pull the spark plug and see if it's ever been changed. Well, that doesn't look very good at all. Look at it. There's a lot of crud and dirt and stuff in there, maybe? I don't know. Maybe you should get a new set of spark plugs. But one thing you can tell from a spark plug, I don't know if you guys know this, but if you smell it and you got the right nose, it's like 24th hour ring gap. 4 spark plugs, 24 bucks. You know how many chicken fingers I could have got for this? 3 boxes.
I can't believe you just did that. Those are the good kind, $8.
Now to see if I'm a certified YouTube mechanic and see if it works.
I see a little critter made a nest down here, so I'm just gonna keep it there for the next dude.
The rest of them look like pretty dog shit too. Are you doing it right if you don't put your spark plugs in your pocket? That's a pro YouTube tip right there. You put the spark plug on the end of the magnet and you can actually, bend it and spin it at the same time. It actually catches the first few threads, so you don't cross thread them. And because the magnet won't put enough pressure on it to cross thread it, you'll always get it right. Let's see if we're a certified YouTube mechanic now and see if we fixed it. That wasn't what I meant to do. How about now? It didn't fix it. Nothing says it might fix it like flooring it. It's still running on 3 cylinders. Well, new spark plugs didn't fix it. All right, so engines are kind of simple. What I did is I just swapped out our plug wire for number 4 with an LS plug wire we had laying around. It kind of fits, actually. And see if that helps fix our problem. Here goes nothing. No way did that just fix it. Nothing like checking it to wipe the piss out of it. No way did we just use an LS plug wire on our Volkswagen to fix it. I hate to make that joke, but LS swapped the world, I guess. Basically certified YouTube mechanics now. I still can't believe that just happened. Usually when there's like a targeted single misfire, it's usually just a coil pack wire or spark plug anyways. We were 2/3 away there by changing out the wire. The coil would have been next. We figured it out though. If you want to see the real MILF machine though, it's right here. This Moped. It's got pedals on it. 2 strokes. Let's get to it, boys. Cold start. Welcome to the channel, baby. Oh no. It's still pretty cold. You can also like kickstart this bad boy with the pedals. Oh yeah! This 2-stroke boy boogies! Yeah! Don't hit the puddle! Alright, in all seriousness, this car is the replacement for the Hellcat. However, we did buy it a week before we bought the Hellcat. It was actually meant to be a winter beater. I don't know if you guys know that term in the Americas, but it's a thing in Canada where you put your nice car away and you get a winter beater and you beat the shit out of that all winter and get it full of rust and salt and whatever, and you don't ruin your good car. That's what this car was intended to be. There was no plans of selling the Hellcat, and then I got an offer that I could not refuse. And really, this is just to align myself so I can do this YouTube thing full time eventually. The day is coming, we just don't know when it's coming. And the simplest thing you can do is just hit that subscribe button and the little bell notification next to it. That is huge, huge, huge for the channel and for me. It's the easiest way to contribute. That's it for today, folks. I'm actually gonna go inside, edit this video. I'm gonna be back out again after to work on this thing. I just don't wanna mix the 2 videos together. I like to give you guys specific videos. And I know I have been slacking on this thing. It's just racking my brain around one specific issue. We're trying to create a ring on the flywheel so we can pick up a crank sensor so we can wire in our standalone ECU and control the ignition timing. The factory ignition timing is done by the magnet that's underneath this, right here. And this goes on this sensor right here. The problem being is that is only good for a static ignition timing. If you want to be able to have an adjustable ignition timing, you need to have multiple pieces on here and then a missing one, and then you can get whatever algorithms the ECU makes to give you ignition timing. That has been the biggest hurdle. I do have sprockets and chains and everything for this thing to to get it all geared up, and then we just have to weld some more pipes on it, and like it steers, it'll have running gear, it'll just be to make this thing run and drive is the biggest issue. I hope you enjoyed our MILF tips today. Make sure you like the video. Peace easy, get heavy.